Did I just have like a heart attack and die?
Maybe. Hello, Sunshines, and welcome to 2 Days Play Disco Elysium by I'm DeValiente, and I'm playing with my friend Bon, whose channel you can follow in the link in the description below. After a 3-day bender, you have lost your memory, and now you must solve a murder without even knowing your own name. If you want to see more games from this channel, drop a like and a follow, and tell us in the comments what you want to see us play next. Warning: this video contains strong language and imagery that some may find disturbing. Discretion is advised. Now, without further ado, let's get started.
What's
I don't
happening?
know.
There is nothing.
What?
Again.
Just lie there passed out. Nothing. Yep.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
White morning.
Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Smelled so
Yeah.
nice. Smelled like
I think it
betrayal.
smells so nice.
It didn't smell nice.
Yeah.
It smelled like betrayal.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Was that the X something? The
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
beautiful.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
I'm not coming back. What is that?
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you,
Ugh.
and it's...
I don't like how that
No.
sounded.
It's delicious.
Oh.
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
He's extending a small canister to my mouth. No, I don't want
Drink.
it. Yeah, I'll
The
drink.
water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
How did you know that I didn't drink any water? You weren't here.
With greedy gulps,
It's a fair
you down
guess.
half a liter of cold water. Some of
You
it
know what,
spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same. I came into contact with a burnt out ruin of the past. The only one that continues the
I should
conversation is
ask
the
the same,
first
yeah.
one.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
I came,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna
burnt out
say-
ruins of the past.
That does sometimes happen.
Tends me to remains of my
You
leather.
dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Yes. Yeah.
It's just not.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Fascinating.
How do we get rid of the mug?
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Well,
boy.
look at all that
Right.
Here we
content.
go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Example of prejudice.
I'm not going to use. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this in the face of every merchant and
You a nana!
and tell them this is your nana ideology.
Oh, maybe we should show it to the lorry driver.
The mug will be useful by denouncing it. I can earn political capital by mask my badass hustling, fraud, embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh
Ew,
anymore?
I don't like that one.
You liked
Yeah,
this
the
one.
inane ideology, because if we can shove it into people's faces...
So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It wasn't going to offend anyone there. Why don't you just get back to your case?
Fine.
Let's take a look here.
Fine smokes and smoke them.
Read the watermarks. Go to the kinema and turn on the lights. And then rigorous self-critique. White Morning was the new one. -1 to authority. The little guy gets further and further away. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object, letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He pulls it on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. It's so interesting about internalizing
Right.
these, because so far I'm wondering what the positives are.
Yeah.
And notice how here there's problem and then solution.
And you can't click on solution?
No.
Maybe you have to
Alright, well, it's good
research
to
them
know.
to get the solution. And Hobocop's at
Maybe,
like
yeah.
71%.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
How do I turn on my
All right.
headlights?
Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Okay, press
The
it to
dashboard
start.
lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canada comes to life with a whiny
Why did we
growl,
put a jet engine on
like
a
a
car?
leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time.
Press the button
The
labeled
lights
headlights.
unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
I close the door.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Note of pride in his voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations.
Ooh. Remember how
Yeah,
he was like,
kill
this is the
count,
kill
yeah.
count?
I say,
I'm gonna look at the shimmering street grid first.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Where are we
Let
on
me
this?
see. Right here.
Seems nice. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
All of them worse than here.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different
The
rows.
first row has 18 dots.
ooh,
Okay, what about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then
Ooh.
some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count.
Jesus.
More than 150, at least. Maybe
What up?
even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations. As you look at them, you feel your index finger reflexively contract 3 times.
Seems like something I've done before.
And something you'll do again before this is all over.
Point to the watermark. What does this mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
What?
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's
Nope.
good.
Oh boy.
The first row represents your years of
Oh,
service.
okay. 18.
18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
18 years I've done this.
Drunk like a start.
I walked the land telling
I was
whores
a
and
hobo.
liars at the end to come. I was hobo, I lived under a boat, probably a boring office job, same as anyone else. I feel like I went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any
Dude,
idea?
I like 7.
Yeah.
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed
Oh.
cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a
Yeah.
lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be a super cop.
I don't think I can.
Uh,
I don't think I can ever re-become this person.
yeah.
I used to be good. That's some solace.
Well, good is relative. Good at your job.
Yeah.
Whether or not that was
I'm-
good as in a spiritual sense. Alright. I like 3.
I'm gonna say I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the answer already. The tingle in your index finger gave it away.
Those are my confirmed kills, 3 of them.
That's right. How did you know?
Because I felt the twitch in my index finger.
Ah, right. Sometimes the brain's able to preserve certain responses even when conscious memory has been, let's say, misplaced. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these
Right.
officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a skilled predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yes.
Aww.
He declines to elaborate.
He
Yeah, that's
doesn't
fair.
like it.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
Beautiful look. Yeah, that's fair.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Ooh, like what?
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into
My
it
dude.
now.
Maybe I should
That's
get a
not
hobby.
drinking.
Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
That's real. Oh my god, that's really cute.
Yeah.
He made a little joke.
Thanks for that. Aww.
The lieutenant nods.
Alright, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page to the right of the task description.
Cool. Name unknown. I should know my name is
Yeah.
Harry, possibly.
I mean, at least give yourself the name Harry. Because you have, I think this is like the second time that we've come across a name. I don't remember what the first name was, though. Like, because,
It was Harry.
it was Harry. Okay, so we've come across Harry twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
I love this. Sorry Cop 5, Superstar Cop 3, Communist
Yep.
2.
Fascist 0.
Well, I'm
yeah.
glad that I'm 0 for
Right.
fascist.
Cases solved 216. Yeah.
God damn.
Dang. I have no honor. Good cop, bad cop is 3, so we don't know what that really means. Unless that...
I don't know if it...
Is it reflective of, like, how many people we've killed? Is, like, do we know if you're a bad cop you kill? Or did you kill them out of necessity? Like...
Oh, that's interesting. But the three people I killed seems to have impacted me
Right.
extremely badly.
So what if they were, like, recent kills?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board,
I never
with the
smelled it.
permanent drawer inside.
Smell it.
It's barely held together by a clip. Then
Smell it.
the acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete or Axel or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Or just your bathroom.
I know. Sylvie already told me I dunked
Yep.
it in the toilet.
If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you
Why not?
sniffing it?
Was an option to sniff.
Yes, that one.
Or maybe it's my fetish. Ever think of that? No.
Nope.
There was
So
an
you
option.
wanted to get in on the trash toilet stink collab. Find out what happens when those two get funky together. Okay,
A
pal.
poor nose.
Are you angry with me, Notes? Or is this getting weird and
Sorry,
hostile?
nose. Are you angry with me?
Sorry.
Your nose is somewhere
Oh,
between
sorry.
grateful and resentful.
Do you want to take a risk?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes,
Nice.
you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700. The next world moon.
Oh.
Tim said that was officer and then precinct. Because we know
Yeah.
we're precinct 40.
So, Harry
41.
DB. So, H stands for
Why,
Harry.
yes, your precinct number is
And
41.
HDB.
An HDB.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horace Debbie Behringer, Ram Dajam Bizan Kim. Those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them.
I don't know what to say.
Wow, I don't know what to say to that.
I mean, Horace Debbie Behringer is at least like, it's not close, but I don't know what to say. Because
I got
Yeah.
nothing here either. Logic
There you
really
go.
isn't
I don't
the
know
best
what to say.
faculty to have this conversation with. But it's the one you got. So sorry.
How long does
It
it take
takes
to read a
about
case?
half an hour to piece one
Damn.
together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Well,
To
it's almost 1 o'clock.
unsolvable case.
So, regardless of which one we look at, it'll put us after 1 o'clock and we can go into the door. So, the couch in the unexpected location?
Sure.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
Actually looked like assholes. They looked really cool, like models. They looked really cool, like a rock band.
Like assholes.
Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it is. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you.
Did I ever
Case
catch
solved.
those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do.
I
What?
can revisit
Not
this.
much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Leisure away. So, it is now
Yeah.
noon. Not in game, but in
Right.
real life. Are you wanting to break for lunch or?
Yeah, let's break for lunch. Thank you for joining us for today's play Disco Elysium by Za. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like and a follow and ring that notification bell so you know when a new episode drops. Also, don't forget to check out the completely free Discord server to chat about games and whatever else is on your mind. I promise we don't bite that hard. Let's keep the comments chill so no hate or spoilers, as we're not above removing those comments and the people who make them. That's all for now, folks. And we'll see you next time.